What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Civilization 5, 60 plus Civ, AI only battle. It's getting pretty exciting. There's still plenty going on. We got some big wars. Chinook, Shoshone still somehow going on. Not too much else in the Americas, to be fair. It's quieting down. Brazil and Argentina pieced out. But the Iroquois are still at war with the Mali. Don't think anything will really come from it, or any more will come from it. But yeah, those two are obviously the two strongest civs at war. Britain is going up against Sweden. They may still conquer a little bit more before this is over. Poland just pieced out with Greece, so we'll see if they're about to maybe join in the fall of the Huns or something. Obviously Russia is having quite a bit of success right now. Mongolia is probably going to grab a city off them as well. There was something that happened. I think the Tsar attacked Indonesia. I think that happened, and I missed it at the end of the last episode, and obviously I just clicked it away. They attacked somebody. I'm not sure if it was Indonesia or something, but the Tsar definitely did something. And there we go, Novgorod now falls, so Russia grabbing two cities out of this. We've got India. No, they finished against Samoa, didn't they? Samoa's all gone. Chinook beat them to it, that final city, but they have plenty of stuff down here, so they'll be plotting their next move, I'm sure. And Indonesia looking pretty good themselves. Aircraft carriers, surprising. Don't think we normally see Indonesia with those. Or maybe it was the Javi somebody. It must have been Indonesia. I think it was. They have planes as well now. Just got them. I think. Oh yeah, Rhodesia and Ethiopia are up against Burundi. I don't think that would lead to too much. I think Burundi can defend themselves at the moment. Once it's planes, that might be a different time for Burundi, but until then, they should be safe. Poland, what are they up to? The city is in the yellow. There's a chance. I mean, Attila's brought all his planes this way, so he might actually get it now. But did Poland go after the Ottomans or something silly and I've forgotten about it? I don't know. Chile has gone autocracy. Burundi denouncing Indonesia. It's just what they needed to do. They're going to win the game now. Okay, the UK's got infantry too. That's interesting. That was sort of out of nowhere. They have a few artillery units. Just a couple. Or one. Oh, one or two. Those would be useful against Sweden, particularly in Berlin. They're just relying on the cannons. Congo's entered the modern era, so they're not doing terrible. They're still around. Quite a long way after. Well, I say quite a long way. Obviously, the game's going a bit slower now. Not exactly sure when we'll do the speed up process. Again, no one's really said anything, so I'm just going to keep going. Obviously, if it all gets really stale, that's normally the time I'll do it, but that's not really happened yet. So we'll just keep going. Rhodesia's turn. Didn't do too much. Now it's the UK. Probably going to imagine they're going to grab this. Maybe? Nope, they'll get it next turn. Obviously, Sweden can't really do much back. That submarine, I think the Ironclad can see it, but apart from that, pretty undetectable the rest of the time. It's not like the Ironclad is doing a great amount, although, yeah, the submarine will die. And there we go, Mali is the first to complete the Manhattan Project, so they can now build nukes. Be interesting to see how that all plays out. But no big new wars, so fair enough. Straight into the next turn. What Arabia up to? Not too much. I don't really know what they can do. They're in a really rough spot. Because they can't really go after any of these countries. India's too strong. The Huns, I mean, if they get really weak, you could try, but it's going to be so difficult going through there. The Ottomans are just an awkward angle. Mercuria, similar to when you failed against Egypt, but they're probably stronger and able to defend a bit better. Oh, and Attila has pieced out with Russia. I think Russia was nervous about losing Adern, so that was a good move. They probably would with all the planes being back here now. So yeah, Russia get out of this war with two new cities and a good amount of extra population, which will definitely put them back into being a big contender for the end. Maybe not to win, but to be up there. And I'd feel sad if Mongolia didn't grab this. Okay, surely, yeah, then they've got it, and they've got it next turn. It's almost guaranteed. It's on 0 health. And Attila's not really able to get over here to take it back. And, they pieced out anyway. So that worked perfectly. So, the Huns sort of kicked out of normal Russia. They're just sort of down here now. More, I don't know, whereabouts? Kazakhstan's like over here, isn't it? Maybe that's a bit of a poor example. Ukraine. Down into the Caucasus Mountains. And just sort of this region here. I'm sorry, I've forgotten completely what countries are in this, but it's hard to tell on this map. Here's Iran. I know, it's probably just Russia still. Maybe Kazakhstan here. Yeah, the Huns sort of pushed out of normal Russia area. Got Mongolia and Russia separated by the mountains, so that will probably never lead to a war either. But he's still around, Attila. He still has chances. See what he gets up to. But yeah, this is obviously going to allow Russia to produce a lot more units and get a lot more science, etc. in the future. I think Burundi went before the UK. No, Rhodesia did. Never mind. Not much. Yeah, there's no way they're getting in there. That's just not happening. Khazar, are they going to do anything? No. Chinook. Is he still just defending this very easily somehow? I don't know how they've managed to pull this off, but they've done it. Pretty impressive. I'm surprised they're not just going for the kill. They may as well. The Sioux don't seem at all convinced that they could do it. They're probably just preparing for the worst when it comes. Congo has adopted the autocracy ideology. Interesting. I think it's mostly autocracy. It's like, I'd say it's 66% autocracy, also in like 60%, 30% order, and then like 10% freedom of the civs that have picked one. So I imagine freedom will get even lower at some point. I think there's 3 freedom civs. It's not great, but I think autocracy is the leading one. The UK was like the main order one that was having resistance problems. I don't know if they had a revolution or not, or maybe just stayed, figured it out. Obviously, once you get more tenants, it doesn't become as much of an issue. Oh, it's Rhodesia's turn now. Are they doing anything? If they had planes, this would be so much more useful, but they don't. They do have artillery, which is obviously helping them. Yeah, you see them starting to get in a little bit. Yeah, there's order with sort of 8 civs, freedom with 4, and then autocracy with a good chunk, and then there's quite a few who haven't got one as well. Oh, the Jar. Okay, so they are going after Indonesia. Indonesia, and in fact, there you go, perfect timing. They just grabbed that city. Didn't see Indonesia really holding on to it, and they didn't put much of a fight. So there you go, nice little grab for the Jar. Hopefully, I'd like to see them take out Siam. That'd be a good move for them. And obviously border India, that'd be an interesting scenario. I don't think they're not brave enough to go after Mongolia. Korea's too difficult to get into. They're not going to be able to take Japan. I don't think they want to fight Indonesia in the sea. So they need to probably take Sukhothai off Siam. Then grow with it. Get really strong. And then do something else. That'd be my plan. New Indian city here. Just allows them to build some more boats. Probably a good move. I mean, it's not like they're low on food in the region, so it's not a disaster. And obviously, I mean, for every one population they're getting in this city, it's probably like takes 10 times as long to get it in Delhi, so it makes loads of sense. One right in the middle of the desert for Arabia too, so a lot of the civs trying to make use of the land available to them. Good move. Oh, Poland may be against Russia. No, surely not. It's healing. I don't think so. I feel like we would have known. Russia now has a plane. Oh, quite a few planes all of a sudden. They all have... Mongolia's got their own now. They're all starting to just get a few, aren't they? Everyone's just randomly... None for Arabia yet, but they're all just picking them up. I imagine Mercuria or one of the South Africans. Surely Rhodesia will have one soon. None of the South Americans do just yet. Sweden's pieced out with Benin. Didn't give any cities away. Good move, guys. Good move. Palenque is still under siege, but probably not going to fall. These boats can't actually do anything. Iroquois, have they got they are still behind on planes. Mali obviously have the regular bombers and the fighters, so that's still quite an advantage. Plus they have rocket artillery and mobile SAMs, something else the Iroquois still lacking. So they still have that big tech advantage. I don't know if they have anything else. I guess machine guns. I don't think the Iroquois have any of them. Oh no, they do have machine guns. Plenty of artillery. Obviously the Iroquois probably just can't afford to upgrade everything. That would make sense, they do have more units. I don't think they have regular infantry either. So there's a few areas where they're in the lead. Okay. No, nothing. What? There's not much going on now all of a sudden. It's quieting down a bit. I think the UK's turn is coming up after this one, so we'll just keep an eye on that. They should grab Helsinki, although they've got to kill that ironclad that's in the way. Which could be awkward. But if not, yeah, they should grab it, and that's a few mines, probably some good production. Just get some more boats. That seems to be their focus. I'm pretty sure every city they have, bar a couple. Yeah, only Lyon and Paris are not coastal. All the rest are. So they must, that's how they can just build so many boats, I guess. And they don't really need too many land units. I assume they are running a bit low right now, but they probably, if you stood them all on a line, you know, against Spain, they would look sort of, they'd be enough to keep them safe. Although Spain's got a fair amount of stuff. Rhodesia, why is it taking you so long? I think it's just attacking in a difficult position, trying to get through the mountains. Confuses them a bit. So, we'll see. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's just not stare at them. And there we go. Let's see if they can get it done. I don't know how they do it. I mean, the submarines could probably kill the ironclad, but they didn't even attack the ironclad. Okay, whatever. Just ignore it. Fine. We'll wait till next turn. Don't worry about us. Just sitting here, wanting to see some action. It's fine. How are the Jar? Are they going after any more? No, they're just sort of defending it. Fair enough. But yeah, they are looking good. I've been a bit critical. People that have been ranking them probably a bit too high. But yeah, they're still around. They're here. They're definitely in the top. I mean, they're probably in the top 10. I'd say they're almost certainly in the top 10, I guess. But it's hard to tell at the moment. But yeah, I didn't. Some people were putting them like in the top 3. And I was like, nope, that's not the case. But I guess, I don't know really what having riflemen is obviously still an issue. Although they're up to Great War Infantry for some of them. But yeah, I think there needs to be a little bit more if they want to come 4th or 3rd. I don't think the UK's place is sealed just yet. But we'll see. I think how many cities the UK? Who's winning by cities? 1, 2, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16 for the UK. I mean, Mongolia has 13. It's quite impressive. Russia only has 5. How many does Poland have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Mali's probably only got about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 if you include the Falklands. I guess the Iroquois probably have 20 plus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, so about 25, 20, okay, maybe 30. There's like 7, 28. That's quite a few. And I don't know if I missed those two. That would get us to 30. I don't think I did, but pretty close to 30. Either way. But yeah, it's hard to judge. I don't really know what. I'm probably just going to have to use score to give you a top 10 to vote on. Because it's kind of hard. There's definitely more than 10. That, you know, if you said pick a list, then I'd put more than 10 on it. And there's only 62 turns to go. I think it's getting a bit slow. I'll try and go to 500 afterwards if it will run that far. It didn't last time, but we'll see. But obviously I won't be able to show all of that. I'll just show the end result. Because it will take forever. There's not much going on this episode. Maybe it's getting towards time where we consider fast forwarding a little bit somehow. Whether that's every 25 turns, I don't know. Or I'll show you 250, then 275, then do our 300 and then have the vote. and then I'll show 500 afterwards or something, because I don't want to bias it either, which is awkward. Didn't think of that. But yeah, it's slowing down quite a lot. Rhodesia, Mongolia, they're all taking forever. Not really sure why. Just waiting. Oh, time to go to bed, I think. What's going on over here? Let's just see if there's something cool we can look at. Victory progress? I don't know. I think it's domination only, so I don't think we'll get much from this, but cool to have something to look at. Let's just see who's capitals. So the Iroquois have Americas, Chinook have the Aztecs, the Jia have China's. It's hard to remember China even being in the game. Makuria have Egypt, Britain failed again in the background. Britain have France, Sweden have Germany, Persia fell to Arabia, Mali have the Songhai. What other civs have I just sort of, have faded out and been very much forgotten? It won't let me click. Hurry up, Mali. In the background. Oh no. Please don't freeze. Okay, there we go. Right, victory progress again. Nope, that's the wrong one. Victory progress. Morocco. Brazil's gone, or not got. Assyria died very early. California was gone. Parthia was not too long ago. Samoa's gone. Kilwa went. The Sicilies still around, but they've lost their capital. Corral. Texas went at the beginning. South Africa, my pick. The Vandals were in there. The Garamantes, all gone. Won't be seeing them anytime soon in this game, at least, unless they make a miracle comeback, which I don't think is possible. Seems unlikely. Iroquois have denounced Benin. New research agreement. India denounced the Ottomans. Oh, how is that? Okay, yeah, I don't know what Poland is doing. I think they just stood around. They seem to be taking. I think they are attacking the Ottomans in just a very haphazard manner. That might be what it is. Russia's already rebuilding, looking good. See what they get up to. Now they have so many planes as well. Poland doesn't have planes. I've been giving them a lot of credit, but they're not doing maybe not doing as well as we think. We'll see. I'd love to see Russia v Poland. Obviously, it probably wouldn't lead. I imagine it'd be a stalemate, but it would be quite interesting. Obviously, Poland's kind of got to. I'd say watch out for the UK, but obviously they've only got one tile to get through. It's not actually the end of the world, or down here. Not very likely they would actually get to you, so they're probably safe. Australia's still pretty happy with two other civs being here. Chinook have put planes down here. It's going to be a very interesting region. New Zealand. It looks like they're spread out. The problem is they are almost identical colour to Chile, which doesn't really help when they're sort of trading with each other across the sea. Indonesia fighting the Jar out in the ocean, but not much more going on. The Jar maybe sending a few boats. Obviously they'll take some damage off the planes. Indonesia does have some submarines, which would do a lot of damage if they sent those over. Oh, and Japan might eliminate Polynesia. Didn't notice that was going on. But it looks like it's pretty close. Maybe a couple more turns. One more. Depends. Polynesia goes first, so probably two more. But that would be pretty big. Indonesia have some planes over here. Not really sure what they're doing. That maybe would set us up for Japan v the Inca, which would be... Oh, never mind. Japan hadn't been yet. It's over. Polynesia is the next civ to be eliminated. One less. One less to process. Oh, Burundi's actually starting to fall a little bit. That artillery's getting close enough. That will be a concern. That's what matters. Getting it in there. Wasn't expecting that, but it's in the yellow. There's a chance. If Ethiopia keep throwing units in the north, just, wearing their way through, then there's a chance they could actually do this. Great Britain should now conquer a city, unless they mess up drastically. Nope, there we go. Helsinki and Norway is theirs. And I mean, if they send in all their boats, they could take Stockholm too. Obviously, right now, I guess I see them like getting Stockholm low and piecing out for Berlin instead or something. I don't know which city is more valuable. It's hard to tell. I feel like Berlin has better resources, etc., than land. Obviously Stockholm's bigger, so I'm not really sure. I feel like Stockholm is only good because it's so big. Like if it wasn't as big, like if you killed if you took it back and forth a few times, it wouldn't be as good. Whereas Berlin comes with all of Germany, basically. But that will be it for this episode. So as always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.